Hey, we're Saints. Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to our Crucifixional live stream. Glad to have you beautiful people with us here on November 2 as we begin Thanksgiving week. It's a beautiful and tragic story I'm going to share with you, or let's say tragic and beautiful story. I have a dear friend who a few years ago suffered from like a tremendous bout and a tremendous fight with cancer. He wasn't expected to live, had a very, very successful business, had a $1 billion exit strategy. I mean, like was successful. Beautiful life, family, all of these things. And he was hit and overwhelmed with this terrible disease. Ended up people in his company, because he was, dealing with the illness, they wrecked it, stole from him. It eventually went out of business. It was just, legal mess. It was a nightmare. Through God's grace, he decided that he was going to beat cancer, and he did. It was amazing. Had to travel to get the proper treatments and just overcame this with God's help. And was living and moving forward really saturated with the gospel. And then I just found out recently he has another bout with cancer, and this time it's also expected to take his life. And as I thought about it, I was like going through this in my mind. I'm like, this guy, God bless him. He was fighting, and he overcame overwhelming odds, the job, all that kind of stuff, the money that was lost, and the cancer that nearly took his life. Like now he's back on the path. He's ready to go. He's fired up. Everywhere he goes, he's just talking about the Lord and his thankfulness to the Lord. And then boom, he deserves this? Like out of nowhere, he deserves this? He doesn't deserve this. I mean, nobody deserves that. But like of all people, this guy doesn't deserve that. And he does something really funny as far as I'm concerned. And this is the beautiful part of the story. Every day, and I mean literally every single morning, I wake up to a text message from him where he is offering me blessings, which I'll take all day long, offering me prayers, which I'll take all day long, and expressing gratitude. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like this, it's easy for me to be able to say to him, dude, your life sucks. Like you just fought it and you beat it, and now you got to do it again. And maybe this time you won't win. I don't know. I mean, like, this is awful. And yet he expresses gratitude to God and to the world around him every single morning. And he sends me a picture or a meme or some scripture verse of encouragement. And I thought to myself, this is unbelievable. Like this is a guy who should be whining and complaining and saying, woe is me, and sackcloth and ashes and all this kind of stuff. And yet every morning he wakes with gratitude that even I don't have. And I thought, it means it's a decision. He decides to be grateful. He decides to show gratitude. He has what we call in the Warrior Saints movement a gratitude attitude, where it is a conscious decision and a choice that he makes to be thankful for all things. And as I reflect on that, and I think about the power in the life of this man, who by all means should be whining and complaining all the time, I thought that's the kind of attitude of gratitude that I want to adopt in my own life. And so it's clear. It's a decision. And I want to share that with you guys today because I want you to think in terms of a gratitude attitude. As warrior saints, we could be like everyone else in the world and look around and find, things to complain about and the struggles of COVID and the hardships in marriages or depression or anxiety or, economic issues or, the Chinese are going to come and kill the world and all the fears that we have going with all that kind of stuff. There's scandal in every headline. People are afraid of all the isms, the racisms, the communisms, the socialisms, what do they call the critical race theoryisms and all that kind of stuff. And we could really be overwhelmed and whine and complain and say, woe is me. Instead, what if we took a gratitude attitude to say, you know what, Lord? Today, I thank you for the day and for all of the blessings that go with it. So it's a conscious decision that we have to make, and my friend taught that to me. And so I share that with you, encourage you, and challenge you. Why don't you make a deliberate habit each and every day to have a gratitude attitude? And probably no week is more appropriate than Thanksgiving week, at least in the United States, it's Thanksgiving week. It's probably appropriate that we focus on how to be grateful to God, to the world around us, and to one another. I begin, therefore, by saying in front of all of you, I'm definitely thankful to God. The blessings I have in my life, I don't deserve. My beautiful wife, my beautiful daughters, my beautiful community that I serve, and you, my beautiful warrior saints. I'm grateful to God because you know what? if I look inside myself and think about what I deserve based on my merits, it's probably this much. And yet, in spite of that, God has richly blessed me with all of these beautiful people in my life. And so I'm grateful to you. I thank you, even if there's only one of you today who watches. I know there's more, but even if there's only one, I'm grateful to you. Grateful to spend the time with you. I'm grateful that God gave me breath. I am grateful to all of the things in the world that He's blessed me with. And I encourage you, beautiful people, to also have that gratitude attitude. Speaking of gratitude attitude, I end here today. We have, as you know, at warriorsaints.org, which is our website right here, you can get your copy of the book, which has a chapter, which is actually entitled Gratitude Attitude. It's really profound in helping us learn how to be thankful. We also have The Way of the Warrior Saint, which is, it's our library that we have a whole series of teachings on gratitude. I encourage you to join us. We had a new subscriber recently, just yesterday, I believe, named John. We welcome you, John, also from Southern California, who joined The Way of the Warrior Saint. Do the same. It's time. It's time to get it. I love you, beautiful people. I'm thankful for you, beautiful people. So thankful that we're going to come back tomorrow and do it all again. Till then, keep walking on the way of the Warrior Saint.